Okay, we're back. So, previous video was about morning routines. And quite many of us actually find that the morning routines are easier to build. If that's not you, no worries. Then you're probably gonna find the evening routines much easier. Now, evening routines, the discussion might go for a little bit longer because this is really crucial. Sleep is important. We all know that by now. Stress causes issues with sleep. Also, things we do close to our bedtime influence our sleep. Routines will help us to thrive and to build flexibility for our playground where we want to play our play called life. Now, sleep being a crucial part of life, let's invest in that. Maximizing the recovery, building resiliency, and having a healthy body, mind, and heart. Now, what can we do in the evening that we can have as routines that will support the recovery and resiliency? Couple of hours before you go to bed, first of all, find the time that suits you and your circadian rhythm. Then start planning those 2-3 hours before. Stick to the plan, stick to the routines and the time when you go to sleep so that you can actually also wake up the same time. Because there's no point of waking up the same time if you just went to bed 2 hours before you're supposed to wake up. That doesn't work. So let's say you go to bed at 10:30 every single night. That suits your rhythm. So a couple of hours before, maybe around 8 o'clock, you start winding down. This is important. What does it mean to wind down? You're not supposed to be eating. You're not just supposed to be fueling your tank or creating more energy. You're supposed to be calming down. Fueling your tank could also be exercising, gaining more energy out of that, waking your body and the system up more than it needs. That's not the time when you want to prepare yourself for recovery. So winding down could be starting to read a book, having conversations with your partner, with your family members. Yes, some might want to watch TV. Some might want to play video games. There is a risk, depending on what kind of TV programs you watch or what kind of games you play. Some might cause us more, agitation, energy, more activity in our brain that we want at that certain time of the day. So be mindful about that. Another much bigger issue is all the screens that if you want to read, I would recommend a book. All the other tasks that we just discussed are in front of screens. And this is the problem with the blue light. The blue artificial light. Well, actually all the light bulbs that we have in our home is also artificial light. So unless you have just candlelight, you are surrounded with artificial light throughout the day. And nighttime it becomes more of an issue because that's where you want your body to produce melatonin to support your sleep. The sleep hormone. Well, melatonin is needed for other things as well, but it's also supporting our sleep. How do you block melatonin? With blue light. That's something we don't want to do. So how do we block the blue light then, other than switching off all the lights? That could be an option, but still, if you want to look at those screens, that's not an option. So my routines include switching on the filters that I have on my mobile and on my laptop. Actually, they're on throughout the day. There's something called the Iris Tech filter that I use. You can get the information from me later on, where to get it and where to buy it online, but it's Iris Tech. And that filter adjusts the light on your laptop or computer based on the day, at the time of the day. So in the evening, you can actually minimize the blue light. Another trick or hack what I use is blue light blocking glasses. So a set of glasses, which unfortunately I don't have here, but next time I will bring them and I will show them to you, that you can use in the evening when you want to block that blue light. They're red, they look funny, quite stylish actually, but they do the trick. By the brand that is recommended by Saga Performance, we can trust that. We know that their brand is good quality. What else? Well, you start winding down, number 1. 2-3 hours, no food, no alcohol, no drinks. Well, water you can drink, or some calming tea. Then, devices, limit them. Shut them down totally, 30 to 60 minutes before you go to sleep, seriously. Don't read any emails. Don't wake up your brain at that point. It's not smart. Then, have a time when you go to bed. Stick to that. How should your bedroom be? Well, cold, dark, and no electronics. Skip the mobile phone, iPad, totally leave it outside the room to charge. Get yourself a old, traditional, not necessarily old, you can buy them as new ones as well, but the traditional alarm clock with batteries. It works brilliantly. And once you have adjusted your circadian rhythm, you should no longer actually need that alarm clock, because your body should be waking up when it should, because your melatonin production is working as it should, your cortisol is going higher in the morning when it should, so the signals are working and you wake up recovered. So evening routines matter. So what are your top 3 evening routines? Write them down on a piece of paper. What are you gonna do from now on? Stick to that for 3-4 weeks, evaluate, let me know how you're doing. Good luck.